Monte Carlo, Monaco, December 3rd, 1999, 4:30 a.m. A fire breaks out in La Belle Epoque, the most expensive residential building on the French Riviera. Penthouse level. 2 stories, $200 million, bulletproof glass, Mossad-trained security guards, reinforced steel doors, home to Edmond Safra, 67 years old, known in financial circles as the world's safest banker. At 4:45 a.m., Safra and his nurse, Vivian Torrente, lock themselves inside a reinforced bathroom, a panic room within a fortress. They believe masked assassins are in the penthouse. Outside, firefighters arrive within minutes. They knock on the bathroom door. They identify themselves. Safra refuses to open it. He's convinced they're hitmen in disguise. By 6 a.m., the fire is extinguished. Firefighters force open the bathroom door. Edmond Safra and Vivian Torrente are found inside. Signal lost. Not from flames, from smoke inhalation. The man who built an empire on security, gone silent in his own safe room. To understand why Safra was targeted, you need to understand Republic National Bank of New York, founded by his family in 1966, built on relationships with ultra-high net worth clients, diplomats, oligarchs, royal families. By 1999, it was managing over $60 billion in assets. But Safra wasn't just a banker. He was a gatekeeper. He knew which fortunes were legitimate and which were laundered. August 1999, 4 months before the fire, Republic National Bank alerts the FBI to a massive money laundering operation, $7 billion in Russian Mafia funds, routed through the Bank of New York, shell companies in Cyprus and the Caribbean, ghost accounts in Switzerland. Safra's testimony could dismantle an empire, not just the Russian Mafia, but the web of oligarchs, corrupt officials, and offshore intermediaries who depended on shadow banking to survive. November 1999, 1 month before the fire, Safra finalizes the sale of Republic National Bank to HSBC, $10.3 billion in cash. He tells his family he's retiring, moving permanently to Monaco, a fortress where he can finally feel safe. 3 weeks later, he's gone silent in that fortress. Ted Maher, American ex-Green Beret, hired 6 months earlier as Safra's private nurse and security consultant. At 4:30 a.m. on December 3rd, Maher stabs himself in the stomach with a knife. Then, he sets fire to a trash can in the penthouse hallway. His story: he staged a small fire to create a heroic rescue scenario. He wanted a promotion. He wanted recognition. The fire got out of control. Monaco police arrest him within hours. After 72 hours of interrogation, Maher confesses. He signs a document in French, a language he cannot read. But forensic investigators find a problem. 2 separate ignition points, one in the hallway trash can, one in a storage room on the opposite side of the penthouse. Maher couldn't have started both fires. Years later, he recants his confession, claims it was coerced, claims there were others in the penthouse that night, claims he was told to take the blame or face life in prison. He serves 10 years. The second ignition point is never explained. Edmond Safra spent his life building fortresses, not just financial, physical, Mossad-trained guards, bulletproof glass, reinforced panic rooms. He survived assassination attempts in the 1980s. He survived bomb threats in the 1990s. He survived decades of operating in the world's most dangerous financial circles. But on December 3rd, 1999, his fortress became his coffin. The official narrative: Ted Maher acted alone, a desperate nurse who staged a fire for attention. But the forensics tell a different story. 2 ignition points, a confession in a language Maher couldn't read, and a banker who had just exposed $7 billion in Russian Mafia money laundering. Safra's sale to HSBC closed posthumously. His whistleblower testimony was never used in court. The Russian money laundering investigation quietly closed in 2001. Edmond Safra built a $200 million fortress to keep the world out. In the end, it kept him in. Was Ted Marr a delusional nurse, or was he the fall guy for a professional intervention disguised as paranoia? The answer lies in the second ignition point. And in the $7 billion the Russian Mafia needed to keep moving. This case is ongoing. Subscribe to stay in the feed. This is Offshore Files, Case 006, closed for now.